One of the key things is to ask us for feedback.
Yeah.
We're always happy to give a sort of brief breakdown of our reasoning of why we've come to a decision, why isn't ranked, is ranked where it is. Now there's only so much that we can say, but it's often the case that a firm either isn't ranked or is ranked in the lower bands because of, say, a lack of feedback.
Right.
And it might just be that for whatever reason referees aren't getting back to us.
So it might just literally be a really simple.
Yeah, and once you know that, then you can think about, right, well, I've been put forward these people for a few years, maybe we need to find some others, or maybe we need to sort of try to prompt them a little bit more, push them a little bit more, whatever it might be. But I think that's one of the key things is asking for feedback.
Yeah.
Yeah, and with the submission as well, quite often it can be something very basic. It can be just that, the work that's been put on the submission just isn't quite. It's maybe just wrong. It might just not be the kind of thing. Like litigation is the one that springs to mind. It's called litigation. I think there's a sense that it's a generalist sort of. We put any kind of civil litigation on that submission. It is supposed to be geared towards kind of commercial disputes, corporate disputes, that sort of thing. And so you'll often get a person who's clearly put big ticket sort of disputes on there because they think that's the way to showcase their practice. But actually, if they put the smaller contract dispute on there that they just did, that actually is better by the practice area definition. So quite often it'll just be something like that. If you just re-gear the submission slightly, we might look at it again and it'll be more on point than it has been for the last couple of years.
Yeah, and actually I know I always ask for feedback. I'm like a feedback hound, and I have to just putting this out there for anybody who doesn't ask for feedback. The team always come back with feedback. Yeah, it might take a few weeks because obviously they're busy, but I've always had really good feedback. So I think it's sensible advice and it's worth knowing if it's not something that you've done previously.